Hi, I'm Wes Davis with ACCA's QA program. This overview of ACCA's Quality Installation, or QI, mobile app is for installers or startup technicians in an RSI accredited company. You are the person who makes it happen, the person who takes the plan and fire, electrical power, chemical compounds, water, or air, and converts that into invisible comfort that millions of Americans take for granted every day. As a technician, you may find it helpful to know more about the Residential Service and Installation, or RSI accreditation, offered by ACCA. There are 3 free, detailed introductory videos on RSI accreditation at acca.org/QA/resources. These 2 quotes really hit home with me. Defects are not free. Somebody makes them and gets paid for making them. The other came from Martin Van Buren. It's easier to do a job right than to explain why you didn't. As professionals, we take our work very seriously, and we work hard. We work in hot attics and cold, cramped crawl spaces. We work around insects and vermin, and I'm not talking about your helper. We do the work. But we hear the stories of techs that are phoning it in and getting paid for it. This mobile app will help showcase the professionals, the ones who do it right, and follow the quality installation standard. This nationally recognized industry-developed standard lays out the minimum requirements for a quality installation of an HVAC system. A quality installation is a team effort, but the best design in the world won't work unless you do. It hangs on your shoulders. To support companies who recognize this fact, ACCA developed a mobile app to electronically collect key information from your installation, store it, and share it to make it available with others within your company, like the designers or managers. It's available on a variety of platforms, and when you're signed in, your records synchronize automatically if you have internet service, or the next time your device has service. So each page of your startup sheet is sent as soon as it's completed, or they're sent the next time your device has service. The information you record is private, shared only by those within your company, unless someone in the company submits it for recognition by ACCA. Then the information must be reviewed and stored for future reference. Until then, it's your company's information. The data for each project is only shared if your company wants it to be shared. Speaking of data, let's look at the pages you'll see in the mobile app. The app's homepage. It's a listing of projects, and these are sortable by address, or the last date the project was modified, or the last person to modify the project. The administration page collects some basic information about the project, like the address, permit information, etc. This is also where the projects are designated to receive a certificate, the recognition for meeting the QI standard. It's also a great place to confirm the address for the job, and after that, you can jump straight to the installation page. The installation tab starts with the installed equipment. If you're installing what was specified, click or tap on the installed equipment, and control is the same as specified. An option in the app that you or your boss may want to use is to record the serial numbers for the installed equipment. And at the end of each page is a Save and Continue button. This is when the information is updated. You can go back and change it, but as mentioned earlier when talking about synchronization, it's only when you've selected Save and Continue that your data will be recorded. Airflow, the keystone to a quality installation, is next. By the way, when you're entering the data, if you have a question about this or any aspect of the app, look for the little question mark buttons. They can probably answer what's on your mind. If there's an image, they're pinchable, allowing you to expand or contract them so it's easy to read. And when you're done, click OK or tap on the screen to return to your data entry. Refrigerant charge is pretty straightforward. There's a place to record measurements associated with subcooling and superheat. Or if you're using an alternative method approved or endorsed by your manufacturer, then you can skip down to this area and select the appropriate response. If this option is selected, you may be requested to provide the additional measurements for the approved procedure. And this is a good time to point out that there's built-in feedback if a project is selected to be awarded a certificate, indicating it meets the QI standard. So when an element of the installation meets the standard, you'll know. Or when it falls outside the specified tolerance, you'll know that too. The feedback ties back to the box or boxes that were checked on the administration page. Electrical, pretty straightforward. Measure and record the volts and amps for each item as applicable. On-rate combustion, same thing. Here you'll see the temperature rise, low and high, for the unit, courteously provided by the designer, so you can see if you're within the tolerance. You can also clock the meter or use a combustion analyzer to record the equipment's on-rate performance information. If you don't use a combustion analyzer, you're requested to tell us why. Combustion safety and fuel line leak testing are very important. These questions confirm that the furnace or boiler is vented properly. There are also questions regarding orphaned appliances, so if you install a sealed combustion appliance and that leaves an atmospherically drafted hot water heater using the old vent pipe, there are special precautions to make sure it still vents properly. Or explain why actions to verify this were not taken. The home stretch, the ducts. You may or may not be the person to evaluate duct leakage, but in case you are, here's an overview. First, what's the goal? Obviously, we want no duct leakage, but in an existing home, there are a few options. A target of 20% leakage or less, a reduction of duct leakage by half or 50%, or per the local code requirement, also known as the Authority Having Jurisdiction or AHJ. This is where you choose that option. Next, ensure the airflow measurements are recorded after duct renovations or duct sealing is done. This is a reminder. If you did duct modifications or seal the ducts, then go back to the airflow page and record the measurements. If no duct work was changed or sealed, check or tap yes. Now the duct leakage testing method. Most companies use a duct blaster, but some use the comparison method. For that, you take an airflow measurement device like a flow hood, record the return airflow at the grill or grills, and the supply airflows at the registers or diffusers, and then compare those measurements to the airflow through the equipment to determine total duct leakage. Either one is fine. The number is recorded here. If duct modifications were done, a trunk or branch duct size was changed, or maybe a supply or return duct was added or removed, then the airflow in the home needs to be rebalanced. Add up the measured supply and return airflow measurements and record them here and here. And you're done. Fill in your name and the date the startup was completed and press save and continue. Now you have a digital record that can be stored for future reference or shared with a utility program to earn an incentive, or with a building official to demonstrate code compliance. Or go to the next page and submit the project to ACCA for a certificate. This is the project review page, a final double check before you submit the project for a certificate. Anyone could submit a project for a certificate, but someone at your company may want to review the records before that happens. After a quick double check at ACCA, your company will be sent a certificate like this to show that the project met the QI5 standard and Energy Star's efficiency requirements. Or, if it's not a high efficiency system, you can earn ACCA's QI certificate. Tell your customers to ask for one of these. The competition often makes a lot of claims, but if they can't provide one of these certificates, then how does your customer know if the other guys really commissioned the system the way you did? If you need help, we have online training resources. These are specially created to address field practices related to quality installation. But that's not all. We have online training on a wide variety of subjects. Visit the website to see them all. It's also probable that your local distributor or technical school also offers similar training. Like the overview for installers and startup techs, there's a corresponding introduction for owners and managers, as well as HVAC system designers or application engineers. If you see something we can do better, let us know. We can only make the app better if you tell us how. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can call or write or visit our website for more information. Thank you.